Yo, welcome to Spectator Sporting. I'm Zachary Roach, along with my partner, Mr. Wally, aka the Architect. We got special guests in the building. We talking boxing. We got Byron, aka the Byroness. We got my man, newcomer on the show, Mr. T.I.M E is in the building with us to talk boxing. We got a big time show for you today. Some championship fights coming up. We have a part 3. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury.
Ooh.
I mean, listen. The first fight was a draw, and that's only because it was a haymaker that Wilder caught Fury and was able to knock him down to make that fight respectable. But Fury really won that first one overall from top to bottom. They fought again, and pretty much it was the same thing but worse. That was an absolute dismantling of a person. Tyson Fury absolutely beat the brakes off of Deontay Wilder. And now this is part 3. So I'm gonna start with you on this one, Byron. Obviously whatever Deontay Wilder was doing was not working. It's not working. So what should he change in his game plan? Or what can he do to really affect Tyson Fury?
Okay, in order for Wilder to win this fight, he needs to invest in a time machine and go back in time before Fury and Wilder won and change his camp and then possibly change the course of history, because there's no way that he's going to advance his game to beat the best boxer in the division. Now, Deontay Wilder's handlers are dropping the ball. He is betting everything on this change of camp and beating Fury to become relevant in the heavyweight division again. But how are you going to beat the best boxer when you only have one trick? All you have is your right hand, and you have no way to set it up. Tyson Fury knows this. Tyson Fury's camp knows this. But it seems like the only delusions of grandeur fall on Wilder and his camp. They really do believe that they can change something that Fury is going to be oblivious of. Let's stop this hype machine. Guys, this man was the perennial lineal champion, heavyweight champion, before he left the sport for 2 years. He is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the heavyweight division. He is bigger than Deontay Wilder. I'm going back to Tyson Fury and Wilder too. Tyson Fury 6'9", 273. Wilder comes in 6'7", 231. He's going to beat him because he's the bigger guy. He's going to make this fight ugly. He's inviting him to sit in the pocket with him, which it seems like, it appears that Wilder's plan is to sit in the pocket and throw combinations at the bigger fighter and the better boxer. This is tragic. This is a mistake. I love Deontay Wilder. I hate how he approached his first loss. I really don't think this fight is a good decision, and that's just my honest opinion. I can't sell it to the public that he's gonna do something that's gonna change the course of this fight. He's caught Fury. He's knocked Fury down in the 12th round. He turned into Undertaker, and you're hitting someone who is bigger than you. You're hitting someone who weighs more than you. We don't know if his power connects and is the same with Tyson Fury as it is with the rest of the heavyweight division. I mean, this is a very big boxer. I don't think Wilder can do this. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good for Wilder. I mean, it's just the styles, the matchup, it just don't fit. Tion, is this something you can give me? Okay, Byron was like, he pretty much said, hell no. But is there anything that Wilder can do to affect Tyson Fury in this fight?
Grow another right hand. Fight with 2 right hands. No, I think Byron was right. I don't think it's not possible. I mean, boxing is not just, guys don't just come into the game like say, hey, I have one punch. At one point he knew that he threw combinations and he did all these things. It's a part of the game. You study the game, you learn, you train, you're taught these things. He's gotten so far away from what the fundamentals of boxing are that I don't think he's capable of finding that again. I don't think he can find that rhythm. Dude, you got to throw jabs. You got to throw a straight right hand. It just can't be the looping right hand as your knockout punch. Right. He doesn't work the body. Yeah. He's not methodical in any way, shape, or form. You can't even set up the right hand. He gets lucky when he throws it. And I do love him, but I agree 100%.
No chance.
No chance.
No chance. Adi, you feel the same way? Both of them are saying no way, no how do you feel the same way? Is there anything Wilder could do to affect Fury?
Well, in the third round of their last fight, Deontay Wilder was standing there like a statue, and Tyson Fury hit him with a 2-punch combination, hit him with the jab and then the right hook, which busted Deontay Wilder's eardrum. Okay, and that threw off his physical and mental balance for the rest of the fight. I know the fight lasted 7 rounds, but that third round knockout, that was pretty much the end of Deontay Wilder in that fight. And so Deontay Wilder has to stop being a stationary target. Let's see some head movements, some agile footwork, some punch combinations, and some body shots. Just utilize some skills that he hasn't had to use in 35 years until now. Okay, and so he has the new trainer, Malik Scott. He got rid of Mark Breeden. He's out of there. Got Malik Scott. See, he's supposed to be the guy to help him get all these new techniques going for him. But Deontay Wilder, he can't try to outbox the bigger, taller, and more skilled Tyson Fury. Don't try to outbox him. That's a losing battle. You play it right into his hands. He has to be the aggressor. Deontay Wilder has to be the aggressor. He can't be out there backing up and being stalked down by Tyson Fury. He has to have a very high punch count, and he have a chance to land a solid punch.
Yeah,
he has a chance. He's not gonna win on the
scorecard. A solid punch.
Yeah,
not a win.
Get a solid punch off.
One.
Listen, it's boxing. It's a boxing match. I mean, Wilder is definitely the underdog, but all it takes is one punch. So you never know. But yes, but you never know. So T.I.M.E, obviously I know where you're going with this, but what's gonna happen in the fight? Is it gonna be is it gonna be a better fight? Is it gonna be a worse fight?
I think it's gonna be similar to the second fight. But I think it's going to be an elevated level of the second fight. I think Fury is on a mission to prove that he is clearly, like, hands down, the best boxer in the world at that weight class in that division. I just think he wants to do that. And I also think he wants to send a message to Anthony Joshua. Like, you see what I just did to him?
Yeah.
You think because you can box a little better, you think you have a chance?
Yeah.
I think Fury is going to be motivated. I think he's gonna implement some things probably we haven't even seen him do before.
Yeah.
In this series of these fights, and I think it might be a knockout. It might be like eight rounds.
Ooh. Are you saying the same thing, Byron? Knockout? You gonna finish him out? Is it gonna last? Is it gonna be a better fight?
I will be able to tell you when this fight is going to end the Friday before it starts at the weigh-ins. Tyson Fury has said that he will come into this fight 300 pounds. And if he comes into this fight 285 or above, this fight will not go more than 3 rounds. I mean, if you watch Wilder and Fury 2, along with the combination punching that he threw on the inside, Fury leaned on Wilder. He made Wilder carry him. Wilder wants to put all the blame on his costume when the Transformer fit was hidden. I ain't gonna lie.
Heavy.
I would rock that. I would rock that. Pictures. I would rock that. But the reason why he lost those toothpicks that he calls legs is because he had a 275 pound 6'9" man making him carry his weight. Yeah. Fury definitely wants to send a message this fight. He's going to come in way bigger than you. He's going to fight you in the pocket where people are afraid to fight you because he's not afraid to be knocked out by you because he knows he's a better boxer. And if he comes in that heavy, this fight will not go more than 5 rounds. He is coming for blood. Wilder cost him money. Yeah. He cost him a lot of money. He cost him a lot of money. And this has nothing to do with, he has this theme of redemption. Wilder wants to be redeemed. Yeah. Who cares about the redemption? What the money? You cost me $100 million, and now I already know I can put hands on you. I'm gonna put hands on you. I'm gonna embarrass you on TV in front of your kids. This is not gonna be for the squeamish. I feel like this is going to knock Wilder out of being relevant in the heavyweight division.
I agree.
That's why I believe that his handlers literally should all be fired the day after this fight, because if he sits back and he hones his skills and he fights fighters that he knows he can beat, he's basically the mandatory for Joshua and Fury. He's gonna fight the winner of that fight. He's gonna get a chance to redeem himself not only in his bank account, but also as being relevant in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
You putting all your eggs in one basket. You're going against the lineal champion of the division with essentially a slingshot. And I don't know, David did beat Goliath. Allegedly.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I will say, man, I'm curious to see Wilder's new approach to boxing.
Yeah.
He now knows that he can't rely on losing every round and then while waiting on some knockout punch to win the fight. He just can't rely on that. And he had a year and a half to prepare for this fight.
Yeah,
now, it's clearly he should have practiced his new techniques from guys like Dylan White, Andy Ruiz, Joseph Parker. He should have really lined at least one of those guys before he fought.
Agreed.
Tyson
Those
Fury.
fights were there. They were there. They wanted to fight.
He clearly should have fought one of them dudes, but he exercised that rematch clause that he had in his back pocket. But Fury versus Wilder 2 was very painful to watch, especially after the third round. I believe Deontay Wilder will be much better in this third fight, okay? I think it's going to be much better. I think it's going to be a knockout in the 10th round, and Wilder's going to lose. TKO. He's going to have a stoppage. I think he's going to let, because the last fight he lasted, no. You know what? Let me rewind. 8th round.
Yeah.
Not 10th round. 8th round.
Okay.
I agree with you. I think it's going to be a stoppage in the 8th round. My bad. I think Fury's going to win this fight.
Yeah. You bring up some good points though. Wilder has had a year. He's probably been watching tape. I mean, his camp say that. With that being said though, I got 6-round knockout. He's going to be done in the 6. I don't see it. I just don't see it. As much as I want to see it, I hope it's a good fight. I just think it's going to be a one-sided massacre. And like you say, I'm with Brian. That's going to be the end of Wilder.
I do want to see the Joshua and Usyk. Anthony Joshua fights Usyk in the middle of September, sometime around there. So I'll be looking forward to that fight to see who Tyson Fury is.
I don't think Usyk is ready for the heavyweight. I'm not saying that he will not be ready as a heavyweight, but I don't think he's a heavyweight contender just yet. I think this is similar to when Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather. He was young.
He wasn't ready yet.
He had all the skills, but he just was not ready. He's not ready to fight Anthony Joshua. But shout out to Anthony Joshua's team for getting that fight, because not only will it be a financially lucrative fight, but I think he can win the fight, but because of experience. Usyk is kind of undersized as far as the heavyweight division, and the power is there. But Joshua, that kind of plays into Joshua's strengths. So I don't really think that fight will be fireworks. Now, a couple years from now, if Anthony Joshua is still relevant, that's going to be a fight to see. But
Too early right now.
It's too early. I think it's too early. I think it's his first time moving up, and he's jumping into with the top 2, basically in the heavyweight division. And the name is good, and what he did at light heavyweight. He dominated, and he deserves this opportunity. But let's pick on Ruiz. Fight Ruiz first. Ruiz is tough. Ruiz is tough. He comes forward, beat up Ruiz, and if you can beat up Ruiz, then you're ready to call out whoever you need to in the division. That's just no disrespect to Ruiz.
That's
I like
a great
Ruiz.
point. That's a great point.
I like Ruiz, but I feel like Ruiz is the speed bump that the heavyweight
He's the perfect
division.
tune-up fight.
He's the perfect tune-up fight to see where you are. Because can you be pressed by someone that is going to press you the entire fight
and be fearless?
And he's going to be fearless, and he's going to stand there, and he's going to trade. You're going to see what your power can do. You're going to see what your boxing skills can do.
Agree.
Because he's going to be in that fight. And I would just love if, the heavyweight division, because it is deeper than we've probably ever seen in many, many years. Use your speed bumps properly. Fight the fights that you need to fight to hone your skills before you jump into the ring.
Correct.
With these top 5, because these guys can end not only your career, but they can end the lucrative, the sponsorship. They can end it. They can end it all. You can step into the ring with the wrong opponent, and you can lose way more.
Anything to add to that, T.I.M.E?
And not really. I mean, I think that was a great point, and especially about the Andy Ruiz point. If Deontay Wilder, and I agree with both of you, but if Deontay Wilder lined up a fight to where he can see whatever he's trying to implement in his camp is actually working.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're about to go out there with arguably one of the best boxers in the world, period. regardless of weight class.
Yeah.
And you're about to try something new.
And not only that, he knows that you're going to start.
And he knows that you go. It's shenanigans. It's like, okay, I know the shenanigans.
And his trainer is probably this is another point that a lot of people don't address.
Yeah.
He's trained by Emmanuel Stewart's nephew. Emmanuel Stewart was the greatest heavyweight champion possibly ever that we've ever seen in our generation. So that has some stake in it too. You're not just going against a skill set that is dominant to yours. You're going against a camp that's better than yours as well.
And Deontay Wilder's trainer, Malik Scott, Wilder knocked him out in the first round.
And Tyson Fury broke his eardrum in training against sparring. Yeah. So there's that. So
well, it's well, if you're watching this, it's looking
when it's up, then it's up.
It's looking real bad for Wilder, but hopefully Wilder is motivated and he wants to show everybody. So hopefully he gives us a good fight. We got my man Byron here. We got T.I.M.E here. I'm Zach Roach, along with Adi Wiley. Make sure you go on to the Spectator Sporting, subscribe to the page, leave a comment. Boxing, we got two people who really love boxing. Go ahead, they would love to debate you. So go ahead and leave a comment. In the meantime, in between time, this is Spectator Sporting. We out. Peace.
Bless you and your family. God bless you. God bless your team. And God bless America. The Gypsy King has returned.